Alright guys, welcome back to my Cricut Design Space tutorials. This is tutorial number 2 and we're going to be talking about shapes. Alright, so what you want to do is click new project. On the bottom left it says shapes, click that, and these are all the shapes you can use to design on this app. If you just click the shape, you get the circle. Now, to make it bigger or smaller with your finger, just click that little arrow and move it diagonally, and you can make it as big and as small as you want. Now, let's say you want to make that an oval. What you have to do is unlock the image, which is a little on the bottom left of the image is a little lock. Just click it and it unlocks the image or the shape. Now you can go to the bottom right arrows and you can actually transform it into an oval. Now if you're happy with that oval, you can lock it again, and now you can change the size of the oval. Now if you want to rotate it, on the top right, you just hit that button and rotate it with your finger. Alright, so every image, every shape that you start with, as a default, starts off as a cut image. So in order to see that, you have to highlight the image. If you just tap the screen, it would not be highlighted. But if you touch the screen and pull it over, you can highlight the image. And now you can see, if you click edit, it will tell you all the specifications about that image, and you can change it. So on the far left it says cut, so that means it's a cut image. If you send it through to make it, it's gonna cut that shape. If you want to change the color of the image, just click the desired color. Don't worry too much about all this because it's going to be repeated in other tutorials, but you just click a color and the check mark, and now you have that image. So the other shapes that you have is a triangle, the square, the pentagon, the hexagon, octagon, diamond, star, and the heart. Now you cannot draw curved lines on Design Space, which is a big problem. The only thing you have is a straight line, which starts off as a score line. But if you go to edit, and where it says score, you could turn it into a draw line or a cut line or an engravement, deboss, wave, perforation. But let's just do cut for right now. So now this line is going to be cut, and if you send it to the machine, it's just going to cut that line. And there you go. Those are all the shapes you can use to design. Now you can weld them together, you can cut them, you can splice them, but that's going to be covered in a different tutorial. Right now we're just talking about the shapes. Don't worry about learning too much, because this is going to be a course, and there's going to be about 30 tutorials just to get into the basics of Design Space. And at the end of the basics, there's going to be advanced tutorials where we get into designing and creating cool things with what we got. Alright, so that's basically it for the shapes. Alright, so another thing, let's say you have a circle, right? And you want to make it 3 inches. Now you see on the top left window it says W3 whatever inches. Well, W stands for width, H stands for height, and in order to get it to 3, it's kind of complicated. So what you want to do is go to edit, and you see that it says width 3.482. Just delete that. And on the other side it follows, but this one's a little crooked, so what you got to do is you got to unlock it and manually turn the other side to 3. So when it's locked, let's say you want 5 inches, the other side will turn into 5. If you want 6, it'll turn into 6. You want 7, it turns into 7. But if you just want one side to be 7 inches and one to be or 6 and one to be 3 inches, then you have to unlock it, and then you can lock it again. So in order to go back to the mat, you have to click on the mat, and now we have the image that is 3 inches by 6 inches. Now we can change it to metric, but that's in another video. We're just concentrating on shapes. Let's say I want to manually rotate it to 45 degrees. Just click rotate and click 45 and the little check mark, and now you have it. So basically, to customize a shape, you just go to edit and you can edit the shape however you want. There's also positioning, which is H stands for horizontal and V stands for vertical. Let's say you want it at 0 horizontal and 0 vertical. That puts the shape exactly at 0, 0. Now it's going to put the box of the shape on that, not the actual shape. So if you're trying to move a weird looking shape, the box of the shape, like the width and the height, is gonna go to that location. So keep that in mind when you position your shapes. So that should be basically it. There are also actions that you can take on a shape, but we're gonna do that on a different tutorial. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, because this is going to be a very detailed tutorial. It might have about 30 tutorials, and it's going to be, I'm going to try to make this into an actual course that you can have for free on YouTube. So don't miss out on that, and it's just going to get better as time goes on. Alright, so thank you for watching.